age to be married?
Yes, sir.
And does your fiancée live in London?
Yes, with her family. But they always go away for the summer.
Of course, the English custom, to a spa or watering place.
They go to Whitby on the Yorkshire coast. Well, sir, your house is very near the sanatorium that this doctor runs, Dr. Seward.
The house is old, I'm glad. A house cannot be made habitable in a day. And after all, how few days go to make up a century. Mr. Hawkins thinks highly of you.
That's very kind of Mr. Hawkins.
And adds, Mr. Harker shall be ready to attend on you during his stay when you will, and to take your instructions in all matters.
I think you will find everything in order.
Thank you. Give it to me. There.
It is morning.
How inconsiderate of me to keep you talking. You must be tired. But tomorrow you shall sleep as late as you will. Good night, Mr. Harker.
Good night, sir.
Oh, Mr. Harker.
Sir?
You may go anywhere you wish in the castle. However, the doors of certain rooms are locked. It stands to reason that you will not be able to enter these rooms and should not try. They have been locked for generations, and only the masters of the house have known why. Respect this tradition, please. Thank you. Good morning. Or rather, good evening. You have slept well. It is already dusk. Stupid things. You shouldn't trust them. The trouble with mirrors is that they don't reflect quite enough, don't you think? You've cut yourself. One of these two girls is your fiancée?
Yes, sir. The one on the right.
And the other one?
Her sister.
An embarrassing choice. They are both very pretty. English literature is the richest in the world. But then, of course, I'm partial. I have a passion for the English language. I would wish to speak it faultlessly, perfectly.
But you almost do, Count.
This almost is disheartening. You shall remain here for a while so that I may learn from you and shatter this almost irrevocably. Please correct the slightest error in my speech. However small, please correct it.
Frankly, sir, I was hoping to return to London as soon as you've signed the lease of the House of Purfleet.
No, you must remain here for a month at the very least.
A month? Do you really wish me to stay so long?
Only my needs are to be consulted. Remember the instructions of your employer. Look upon it as a little holiday.
I understand, sir.
You will write to Mr. Hawkins and your fiancée, should you so wish. Or have you already done so?
No, sir, I could find no writing paper in my room.
Oh, there is some writing paper here on the desk. Please, sit down. Very, very thin. The thinnest paper possible. One can almost see through it.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. You will forgive me, but I have many things to attend to before I set sail for England. I must go now. By the way, do not, under any circumstances, sleep in this room. Please.
Very well, sir.
Good. Until tomorrow, then.
Nina. Nina. Am I going mad?
I don't understand it, Mr. Hawkins. It's so unlike Jonathan. Everything is going very well. I am very well. Nothing about his journey or what happened, nothing.
Much the same story in mine, my dear. And I must say, I find it very surprising that he needs to stay a month.
A month? Oh, no.
The Countess requested me to remain 1 month. And as it's your wish that I should do everything to accommodate him, I have naturally agreed.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Well, if I hear anything more, I'll certainly let you know.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Oh, we shall be going to our house in Wickley for the summer at the end of the week.
I'll keep in touch with you, my dear.
Thank you.
I've got to stop. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 70.
It's just like old times, isn't it? When we all came here for the school holidays.
Same old mugs of hot chocolate.
Well, darling, it was one of the few things that stopped you walking in your sleep.
I haven't done that for a long time.
No. We just got into the habit of drinking hot chocolate.
And you must get into the habit of going to bed earlier, Mummy. You know what Dr. Seward said?
Oh, doctors. All the same, I think I shall turn in. Then mind you, I feel a great deal better.
Good night, Mummy.
Child. Good night, Nina.
Good night, Mummy.
Good night. Good night. Are you really worried about Jonathan?
Wouldn't you be?
Poor Mina. You're so much in love. And you really don't understand men at all.
You do, I suppose.
Well, I've been longing to tell you. I've had 2 proposals of marriage.
I know about Dr.
He's
Seward.
called Quincy.
Quincy?
Quincy P. Homewood. He's a very handsome American boy from Texas. And he's something high up in the embassy in London.
Where did you meet him?
Oh, well, that's the embarrassing bit. John Seward introduced us.
Lucy. Which one are you going to marry?
I'm really not quite sure. Oh, why can't a woman marry 2 men? Or at least as many as want her. Save all this trouble.
Oh, you really are impossible.
Dear John, I think it'll be Quincy. Good night, Mina.
Good night.
And I shouldn't worry about Jonathan. If I know anything about men, he'll be having a lovely time with that Count of his. What with deeds and torts and searches, all washed down with local wine.
It's not Jonathan's style at all.
I was only joking. Good night, darling.
Night.
Right off. Right off.
Every day, Nina, I promise.
And I promise to study my shorthand.
Every day, I promise. Well, my dearest, I hate to go. Just a moment's notice. Every day.